Good morning, everyone. This is going to be a shorter version of one of our broadcasts live for your classes because you have a lot of tasks that you need to do. Well, I'm not going to say a lot, but you have some tasks that you need to do. But I'm going to give you the guidelines you will need, and I'll tell you what the pages are. Some of you took the book home with you. Some of you did not take the book home with you. So there will be, as usual, pictures of the pages right in the messenger chat box where we have our group chats. I cannot access Canvas from home, so I'm connecting with you and interacting with you on Messenger, email. You can find me very easily online. So today we're going to continue to talk about a planet in need of repair, but I'm not going to ask you what the word repair means because I asked you this 17 and a half times, and I know that you know by now what repair means, and you have given me lots of different ways the planet can be repaired. You gave some suggestions and things that you think that we could do as human beings living on this planet to repair the planet. Today we're going to read a text, and it's about the same topic, but we're going further with it. The name of the text is How to Become a Zero Waster. So my idea for today is that we will have a little bit of time on here, and then you will read a little bit on your own, and you will use some of your time to actually do some tasks about this text by yourself, and you will submit the homework to me later on. Please type in chat if you would like to do, and I'm going to show you the page. Page 157. There are 3 types of exercises on that page. I want you to choose 2. The first one is named Reflect. So you have A, B, C, D, and E. Talk about the following. This is the tricky part. If you choose to do this one, you will sit with a friend, or even by yourself. You can record an audio file answering these questions, or you can do this with somebody. For instance, I'm going to use fake names for this. Mary and Susan can sit together with a phone or an iPad, anything, and they can ask each other the questions. So Susan can ask, what are your thoughts on the zero waste movement and on Lawrence tips? And then the other one will answer, I believe that it's a really helpful thing for the environment, and I think everybody should be doing this. And then the person who has asked the question is now going to answer the next one. Which of Lawrence's tips would be the hardest and the easiest to follow? Why? And then the next person is going to answer, and you record this audio file and send it to me. You can send the audio file on the messenger. You can record it already on Messenger, or you can record on your phone and then send it to me as a link. There are several ways you can do this. If you don't manage to send it to me, save it, and as soon as we're all back at school again, you can show it to me. But I feel like it's a good exercise, so you will speak as well. Because in most of these classes, we talk about a lot of different topics, but we don't really talk. I talk and you write a lot. You listen, you write, and you read, but you don't really talk. So this would be a very important exercise for you to talk. If you decide to do exercise 2, practice vocabulary. This is about words, definitions. Dette her nummer 2, det gjelder om ordforråd. Så det gjelder om hvor mye du kan forstå av hva ordene betyr. Så du skal jobbe ganske mye med betydning og hva ordene betyr. If you choose number 2, it's going to be a written exercise. Number 3, pronunciation and vocabulary. In this one, it's also something that I feel it's really important. You will have to, again, use your iPad or your phone, and you're going to first look at the word and pronounce the word. After you do that, you will go online and look for the pronunciation of the word to see if you were correct. For instance, if you Google a word, let me show you right now. Let's take any word, the word science. If you type science, pronunciation. If you Google the word and then you click on this, science, it will give you the pronunciation. So this is the exercise. You will pronounce the words. You will record yourself pronouncing all of these words. So today, I need you to do speaking activities. So if you choose, there are 3 different ones here. Number 1, reflect. You will answer these questions on an audio file. There are, let us just compromise, there are 5 of them here, A, B, C, D, and E. You can choose 3 of those and talk about these 3 and send it to me. Send me an audio file. So this is the reason why it's going to be a shorter broadcast today, because I want to give you time to organize yourselves and do all of this, because you will need to read the text as well. We're going to start by listening and reading. Those of you who don't have the book with you, I have sent you the pages. So we're going to listen now, and right after that, we won't have Quizlet Live today. Because you will have to read and do your tasks. Try to look at the words as you listen.
How to Become a Zero Waster by Leanna Cummins.
Zero waste means that I do not produce any garbage. No sending anything to the landfill. No throwing anything in a trash can. Nothing.
In 2012, Lauren Singer, then an environmental studies major at New York University, began documenting her journey towards a zero-waste lifestyle on her blog, Trash is for Tossers. Part of her master plan was keeping track of every tiny bit of trash she accumulated in a single mason jar. I had been telling people how to live sustainably, but I wasn't living in a way that aligned with what I cared about, Lauren explains. I felt like a hypocrite, so I decided to stop using plastic. Years later, Lauren is still packing that same mason jar with clothing tags, produce stickers, plastic straws, and other non-recyclable, non-compostable items. Lauren's advice on buying food.
Buying food in bulk allows you to purchase food completely packaged and plastic-free, which reduces your waste. Not to mention, it's cheaper. When you buy things in bulk, you're not paying for the price of individual packaging. I'm not vegan, but I make sure to eat local, sustainable food, and I try really hard to know exactly where it comes from.
On eating out.
I generally try to avoid buying takeout. It's really expensive and it involves so much waste. I try to plan meals ahead of time and make sure my fridge is properly stocked. If I do want to eat out, I'll go to a restaurant and actually sit down to eat. I can't change that restaurant, but I can control my choice thereof. I make sure the restaurants I go to reflect my values and have a sustainable, ethical ethos. I also make sure to bring my own containers and reusable straws from home with me in case I want to grab food or a drink.
On toiletries.
When I was researching ways to transition away from plastic, one of the first pieces of information I found was how to replace store-bought toothpaste. I began testing recipes and eventually settled on one that takes 30 seconds to make, and it's a lot cheaper to make than purchasing toothpaste from the store. I mix coconut oil, baking soda, and peppermint essential oil together, and I purchase all of those ingredients in compostable packaging or bulk. The recipe lasts me up to a year.
On clothes shopping.
I love going to secondhand stores. They save me thousands of dollars. For a good pair of jeans at a regular retailer, you'll pay as much as $150 to $200. I can get the same pair of jeans secondhand for less than $20. You should also figure out your budget before you shop. I often go to the store with items to resell, so if I get back $50 from what I resell, that'll serve as my budget.
On apartment decorating.
I feel there's no need to buy new furniture or household items. I found so much stuff for my apartment on Craigslist. And if I do want to buy furniture, I try to save up to purchase something that's sustainably handmade.
On cleaning supplies.
My suggestion for eliminating toxins in your cleaning routine and reducing waste is to simply make all of your products yourself, and that's not as daunting as it seems. I use basically 3 items to clean my entire home. I put white vinegar in a spray bottle with about 20 drops of citrus essential oils, like grapefruit or lime, to mask the vinegar smell. I use that to clean my glass, counters, and steel surfaces. I use an old toothbrush and baking soda to clean tiles in my shower. And then I use cast iron soap to clean everything else. Those 3 items are a cheap and easy way to keep your home clean.
On technology.
So many technology purchases are made out of impulse. Ask yourself whether you actually need that item. If you're looking to replace something that's broken, see if you can get it fixed instead. If it turns out you do need to make a purchase, see if you can get it secondhand and recycle the item you're replacing. You can often make money by selling parts from the item you're recycling too. A lot of stores, including Apple, have take-back programs for your old phones, tablets, and other tech items.
On spreading the message.
Sure, it's really time-intensive to do all the research, but I love being informed before I make choices. I fuel myself through my little successes and really enjoy the fact that I'm living by my values. And I'm excited about how much bigger the sustainable lifestyle movement is getting. I really feel like the more people get involved, the more will drive innovation in zero-waste alternatives and products.
So you have now listened, and hopefully you're looking at the words as you listened. There is no guarantee that you were doing that, but I hope that you were. So please type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. How to become a zero waster. Type in the chat box in our region what you understood from this. How to become a zero waster. I want to see everyone's name so I know that everybody was here. But what you can do now is make sure that you read pages 155, 156, and on page 157, exercise 1, reflect, choose 3 questions and answer them in an audio file. You're going to record an audio file. Or if you don't want to record an audio file by yourself, you can record it with somebody. If you're sitting with someone, you two can have a conversation asking and answering these questions and record the audio file and send it to me, either on Messenger audio file or just record the audio file and send it to me as a link, or you can make it as a video and make a link on TikTok or on YouTube. It's up to you. Number 2 is a written exercise. If it's too difficult for you to do the written exercise, you can choose to do number 3, pronunciation and vocabulary, which you're going to record on your phone or on your tablet. Record the words, look up the pronunciation of the words online to figure out if you have pronounced them correctly. We are not going to do Quizlet Live today because you need time to do these tasks, and you can send them to me today at any time today, and I will be available online if anybody needs anything.